in the song "Mind of a Menace," you mentioned that you were facing 15 years.
Yeah.
What gave you that? What led you to that?
So it was a situation. I'm not gonna speak on the situation too much, but it was a first degree felony. They had me looking at aggravated kidnapping. They had me looking at aggravated kidnapping. I was in there. It's my first charge. 18 years old. First charge. So they gave me some slack, man. They dropped it down to regular kidnapping, dropped the aggravated. I got just a regular second degree felony, pleaded to that, and they let me go. So,
did you, being so young, did you understand the legal system?
No,
did you have good
that's what, bro. No, it frustrated me, man. Like I thought I did. You know, I knew, you know, don't talk. You get caught up, don't talk. I knew, you know, stuff like that. But once you in there, you don't know about the legal. You don't know how to. I didn't know how to go about. I didn't know how to talk to my defender. I had a public pretender, man. He didn't even ask me about my case. Like he didn't even ask me about my case. My family can't afford a lawyer. I can't afford a lawyer, you know. So I'm in there. I'm stressing. I'm like the first thing. My public defender's telling me one thing. He's like, oh, you know, you're young. She might give you slack, and then I'll call him the next time. She'll be like, yeah, I don't know. You could be facing 15 to life, you know. So I'm like, I'm in there stressing. I'm like, I don't know what to do. I'm like, okay, look, whatever is I'll take any deal, you know. As I'm in there, I'm like, I'll take any deal. I just want to get out. You know, I need to come home. I just have my daughter. I need to come home. And so they threw me a deal, and man, I took it. But you know, now that I'm out, man, and now that I'm doing good, it's like, if I just fought that case, man, I would have beat that case, man. So advice to anybody, if anybody's, I got a question for you in a second too. But advice to anybody facing that right now, if you listening, don't let the system break you, man. Do not let the system break you, because that's what it's meant to do. They're gonna scare you. They're gonna hit you with the worst they could hit you with, and then that's what they do on purpose, so they know it's gonna get dropped. So, you know, don't fold under that pressure, because I'm not gonna say I folded under pressure, but you know that stress got to me, and I took that deal, you know. So you gotta don't let it get to you, man. Fight. If you know what you did. If you know, you gotta know, man. You gotta know the public. You got to talk to your attorneys, man. It's just a lot behind it.
One thing that I never understood about street guys, you know that there's death and then there's jail.
Yeah.
But none of y'all have a retainer for any damn lawyers.
That's how it goes, too, because we ain't thinking about it in the time, though.
Yeah,
we
you
ain't
better have that 10
you
grand
ain't
stashed away
yeah,
for a damn good lawyer.
Exactly, but you ain't thinking, you know, oh, I'm about to go do this and that. Right before you do, you ain't thinking, hold on, do I got 10, 20 bands for a lawyer? Like, you ain't got that, bro.
Are you
so
thinking
you're
invincible? Is that kind of the
yeah? Oh
idea?
yeah, for sure. When you right there, especially, you know, you start getting you start drinking, you start getting around, you know, your homies.
You hype.
Yeah, you hype, man. You feeling yourself. I'm untouchable. I'm bulletproof. Till you not, till you bleeding. So
yeah, man.
Yeah,
I'm thinking 18 years old, man. You catch a serious charge. Mm-hmm. This one, you're young, right?
I'm young.
You're young, but at the same time, it's like you could be gone for a while, and you just had your baby.
I just had my baby, man. It was bad. They threw me up at max. First time locked up. I was locked 23-1. It sucks, man. I know.
And that's all just because of the charge. It wasn't nothing that.
Yeah, nah. I got in a couple fights in jail and stuff too, but they don't. That's all. That's all. You keep it in the cell. You know, you keep it private. Couple cool guards. I ain't gonna get y'all in trouble. Let you handle it. But yeah, man. So you sitting in max. You 18 years old. You in a 1-man cell. You 23 hours in the cell, 1 hour freedom. And when you go out, you don't know nobody. Let me tell you, I'm in the county where I don't know nobody.
Can we backtrack? The day you get picked up,
mm-hmm.
Do you get picked up or you turn yourself in?
Nah, I got picked up.
You got picked up. What's going through your mind when you get picked up?
Oh man, I was like, I didn't realize that there was enough evidence on me until they started asking me questions. I didn't realize that. I thought for sure that in the case, I'm trying to speak on it without speaking on it.
I got you.
You know, y'all can all. I mean, to be honest with you, y'all can all go look it up. It's public information. But at that time, I knew, you know, you sitting in that cop car for a while. Once you sit in there for 30, 45 minutes, you're like, all right, I'm going to jail. So I knew I was going to jail. But once they come in and they start telling me the charges, I'm like, oh, they hand the one officer comes in and hands the officer that I'm in the back of the car of, he hands him the paper, and I peek over at it and I see the aggravated kidnapping. I'm like, oh my goodness, you know, like, dang. So I already know they taking me to jail. I'm like, man, come on, like, you know, just kind of whatever, saying my thing. Next thing you know, you just wake up in that dorm, man. You wake up in that 8-man dorm and look at your charges. There ain't nothing you could do.
When you're getting processed, what's going through your head when you're getting processed?
My daughter and my girl, man. My daughter and my girl. I'm like, oh, dude. Like, I don't know. I seen the charges. I'm like, oh, I'm not coming home.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not coming home, you know. So I seen the charges. I said, I'm not coming home. I'm gonna be gone for a while. And I was at first, you know, the first thing you in jail, the first thing you thinking of, I got to be on 10 toes in case somebody trying you, you know. But at the same time, the number one thing on my mind is just my daughter and my girl, man. So
it's a weird thing. I've never been to jail. I never want to go to jail. Not for me, right? When I think about guys in your situation, I'm thinking you have to be hard, right? You have to make sure that you're good, like you said, stay 10 toes down, because you don't want to be a bitch, right? But at the same time, it's like you have this emotional side where you're like, damn, what's Drake gonna do?
Yeah.
What's baby girl gonna do?
Exactly.
Everybody's looking at you. You ain't got a lot of family out here. Mm-hmm. You the man, right? Like, people are looking at you.
And that's what, man, you in there alone, man. You in there alone. And I'm like, damn, like, my little brother, he out there, and I know my little brother, even my little brother kind of falling in that same lifestyle right now. You know, it's that same age, man, where it's like, dang, you gonna start falling in love with that fast life. You know, it's just in our blood. Like, you gonna start falling in love. And you know, I'm in there and I'm like, dang, like, my little brother, man, I can't have nothing happen to him. You know, I make sure my homies go check on him all the time. And my mom is the number one, man. If I didn't have my mom through my stay, man, I don't know what I would have done. If I didn't have my mom, she was the only one who put money on my books. She was the only one who answered my phone calls. I couldn't talk to nobody. There was a bunch of protective orders on my case. I couldn't talk to nobody. It was just really my, you know, there's a couple people I talk to here and there, but it was my mom. It was my mom. Me and my baby mother had gone through a breakup while I was incarcerated, and we're back together now, doing better than ever. But we went through a breakup while I was incarcerated. That right there, man, the loneliness that I felt, on top of that, because look, I had a breakup in my relationship with my girl, but I'm breaking up with my mom right now. I'm breaking up with my little brothers. I'm breaking up with my daughter. So that on top of that, because it's such a, man, I don't know if you're going through like a heartbreak, man. It sucks when you're going through that alone in jail with a bunch of, you know, you in there with tweakers, bums, you in there with gangsters. Like, you can't, and you ain't gonna sit around cry all day, man. You got to get up. You know, I'm programming, I'm working out, but it's all about, like, man, that loneliness is not a good feeling. Everybody all gangster till you get in that cell. Everybody all gangster till you get in that cell, bro. And you can think, oh, I'm gonna do whatever, but you thinking, oh, I'll go do some time. I'm gonna see the homie over here. The homie's locked up right here. But you ain't thinking about, nothing else, especially if you got kids. A lot of people got the nerve to get up and walk out on their kids and not care. But if you got that decency in your heart to care for your kid, and you know you love your kid and you want to be there for your kid, and you got love for those around you, and you got relationships with people, close relationships, when they take you away, it's gonna hurt you. It's gonna hurt you. I don't care who you are. That cell, I've seen that cell fold the realest, man. So,
was baby girl already born?
Yeah, she was born. She was almost a month. She was a month when I got incarcerated.
Oh man, see, already.
That's what I'm saying. So I was just holding her, man. She was in ICU as a baby too. She was a NICU baby.
Oh wow.
She had a little bit of respiratory problems, but we went through that, and so, you know, for the first part of that month, she's in the hospital, and so, you know, seeing her a little bit. We go sleep home. We're missing her, but I really only got to, and then, you know, when she's done, me and my baby mother were going through issues, you know, so it's kind of back and forth with the baby. I barely get to see her. So really, before I got locked up, I was barely even, I didn't really have too much of a connection anyway, but I did get to hold her already. I already did get to see her, you know. I held my daughter. So, but being took away from that, it's like, all right, there goes my chances at being a dad. There goes everything, this whole pregnancy we waited for. Bam, you get cracked right when she's born. Like,
did you ever think at that moment, were you ever thinking like, shit, this is the same shit that I went through?
Yes. Literally, like, I'm telling you, man, you sober in jail, you know, I mean, unless you choose to go get high, you know, but I'm sober in jail, man. I'd be like, and I'd be talking to my mom on the phone. I'm like, you know what's crazy is I was talking to you through the phone. I was seeing you through the glass, like, and now it's me, and that just hurts me so bad. Like, I know as a mom that's gotta hurt it, because I know as a father, I couldn't see my my daughter going through that, or my, you know, any kid, any father, any mom, you know, they don't want to see their kid going through that. So I'm just like, it hurt me, man. The whole thing hurt me. It hurt me, seriously. But right now we better than ever, man. We better than ever. So
Did you you said that you were programmed? How much time did you actually do?
they sent me 7 months. They sentenced me to 7 months.
Just at county.
Yeah.
Now all the homies that I talked to, I've had a man on the podcast named Marty. I don't know if you ever had a chance to watch that episode. You should. It's a really good episode. And Marty,
was it a recent one?
It's
Like two.
Yeah, I'll send you the link.
Yeah.
So Marty did 23 in state pen murder. He got out. And he was talking about, you know, being processed through county and how county was just a shithole compared to the pen.
That's what my mom would tell me, the same thing. My mom she been in prison, she been in the feds, she been all this. So my mom would tell me, everybody will tell you, my whole family been in and out of prison, jail. They'd be like, man, the county is just like, damn, it's so dry, it's so dead. There ain't no money in there, there ain't no motion, there ain't no program. There ain't no programs to get out of your cell, especially in Max. You in there all day. Prison, you know, it's life behind bars. It's life on the outside behind bars, though. You know, everybody getting money. You got people in there with phones doing drugs. You got people smoking weed over here doing, you know. So it's the same thing. I ain't been to prison, but I just, you know, so
we ain't going to prison.
No, I ain't going to prison either.
We ain't going to jail no more.
That's the goal, man. A lot of y'all be aiming to go there to get your name known and get your stripes out here. Nah, man, you don't want to go there because you ain't been there yet. Once you in there, you gonna wish you never went. So
I think you can get accomplished more if you're out, right?
Oh yeah.
Like I just think having a certain title of being incarcerated or whatever, like I don't think you need that to be successful. You know,
no, you don't. But the messed up thing is, a lot of people think you do. A lot of people will be like, well, I guess it kind of, I guess that kind of depends, because if it kind of depends on what you rapping about, what you singing about. You know, if you sitting here saying, oh yeah, you rapping about doing drills and, you know, doing things like that, living the street life, then yeah, when it comes to that. But if you're just a regular,
because most of those dudes ain't doing it anyway.
But
we're
that's
still buying the music.
That's what I'm saying, though. So
like most of these dudes that we listening to is fake.
That's what I'm saying, though. So you ain't. That's one of my things, is stop rapping if you ain't living it. Stop rapping it if you ain't living it, because if for some reason, and if you some reason get that clout that you looking for, you ain't, where you gonna go? You know, where you gonna go with that clout? Like what you gonna keep saying you from here? What you gonna keep saying you from there? I know so many people that just like you know, hood hopping, all types of stuff. So I'm like, man, you ain't, don't even do it.